Soul Land 2 Episode 97. Huo Yuhao, acting as both bodyguard and nanny, successfully rescued Duke Baihu and hundreds of soldiers. Dai Huabin and Zhu Lu went AFK, clinging to his thighs for an easy win. The story continues directly from the previous level. Huo Yuhao and the others were forced to confess their feelings. Some passed smoothly and entered the third level. Others were still in the second level, embarking on a deeper adventure. At this time, in the Mingdo mountain range of the Star Luo Empire, Dai Huabin, Zhu Lu, and Huo Yuhao, along with Wang Donger, had failed the second trial. As punishment, they were transported to this location. Dai Huabin's mission was to save his father, Duke Baihu, from assassination. If the mission failed, not only would he die, but Duke Baihu would also perish. Currently, Dai Huabin's identity was one of Duke Baihu's soldiers. No one could recognize his true identity. Duke Baihu would go out on patrol, and he wouldn't be able to speak. Dai Huabin was dumbfounded upon hearing this. He had been teleported to a border camp thousands of miles away, and his father was about to be assassinated. Suddenly, the soldier next to him trembled. Dai Huabin looked closely and found that the soldier had turned into Zhu Lu. They were both excited to see each other. They communicated by writing on the ground. Dai Huabin discovered that Zhu Lu's mission was the same as his. Dai Huabin anxiously asked, "You're so silly. You already passed. Why did you follow me?" Zhu Lu smiled and kissed him on the cheek. She wrote, "Through life and death, together." Suddenly, a horn sounded. Duke Baihu mounted a white tiger steed, leading 4 guards and a squad of 100 men out of the camp to patrol. Dai Huabin and Zhu Lu were members of this first squad. Meanwhile, Huo Yuhao and Wang Donger were also transported there. When they came to, they found themselves surrounded by people on galloping dragon-scale warhorses. Just as Huo Yuhao was wondering about the trial's objective, a voice echoed in both their minds. It explained that they both now appeared as Duke Baihu's soldiers and wouldn't be recognized due to their appearance or equipment. His trial objective was to help Duke Baihu escape and return to camp safely during the upcoming ambush. He also had to ensure the survival of Dai Huabin and Zhu Lu. The death of any of them would result in the failure of the trial. The penalty would be death. Hearing the trial's content, Huo Yuhao was depressed. He not only had to save people, but also babysit. It was important to remember that Dai Hao and Dai Huabin were people he had always wanted to kill. Huo Yuhao immediately realized the problem. If someone dared to assassinate Duke Baihu, their strength must be at the titled Donghua level. After a brief moment of anger, Huo Yuhao quickly calmed down. Completing the mission was paramount, because if they failed, they would all die. Then, Huo Yuhao used his spiritual detection to contact Dai Huabin and Zhu Lu. Huo Yuhao offered to share his spiritual perception with them, and in return, he demanded their obedience. Dai Huabin had been worried about how to complete the mission, but hearing Huo Yuhao's voice instantly relieved him. The 100-man squad continued to march forward. As Duke Baihu pondered how to enhance the soul guidance device's effectiveness, a sudden spiritual fluctuation probed his mind. Duke Baihu instantly repelled the spiritual fluctuation. He turned to his guards and demanded, "Who's there? Show yourself." Huo Yuhao leaped onto a horse. He declared he had no intention of hiding his identity. He explained that his enlistment as a soldier stemmed from his admiration for Duke Baihu and loyalty to the country. Then, Huo Yuhao claimed he sensed danger, which was why he revealed himself. Duke Baihu, with a cold expression, didn't believe his words. He immediately ordered his men to seize Huo Yuhao. In the next moment, 3 soul rings appeared. The first soul saint, Huo Yuhao, suddenly lunged forward. Huo Yuhao sighed inwardly. Convincing him wouldn't be easy. In an instant, 9 soul rings rose around him. The last one was a blood-red 100,000-year ring. The 4 charging guards were instantly suppressed. All the dragon-scale warhorses hovered in the air, trembling in fear. Shivering, Duke Baihu's face darkened. Judging by the 100,000-year soul ring, this person was likely a super Donghua. As the two sides faced off, Huo Yuhao's expression suddenly changed. He yelled, "Retreat now! There's an enemy surveillance soul guidance device in the air." Duke Baihu wasn't indecisive. He immediately ordered his guards to retreat back to camp. On their way back, Huo Yuhao asked Duke Baihu about his cultivation level, specifically how close he was to becoming a rank 9 title Donghua. Duke Baihu was taken aback, revealing he had already been rank 9 for half a year. Huo Yuhao's heart turned cold, realizing the enemy ambushes were even more powerful than he initially thought. He quickly gave Duke Baihu the rank 9 soul guidance device, Sun Moon Divine Needles, and explained its use. Just then, the sky lit up. A large swathe of green light plunged toward the squad. Numerous red lights, ground-to-air intercepting soul guidance cannons, swarmed out from the mountains. Unexpectedly, the green light split apart upon collision, and countless shells rained down on Duke Baihu's position. Huo Yuhao exclaimed, "Not good," and shared his spiritual perception with Duke Baihu, instantly digitizing the green lights and revealing their landing points. Duke Baihu understood and activated his 9 soul rings, 2 yellow, 2 purple, and 5 black. His 4th soul skill, White Tiger Meteor Shower, met the green light head-on, resulting in a series of explosions. Just as the crisis seemed averted, a brownish-yellow light flared, shattering the earth and sending rocks and debris flying. The entire Mingdou mountain range shook. Huo Yuhao realized it was a rank 8 earth-splitting landslide belt, meant to block Duke Baihu's return to camp. Duke Baihu and the White Tiger soldiers defended themselves, but many were injured. A Soul Saint guard urged Duke Baihu to retreat, but he refused to abandon his men. Countless soul guidance high-explosive shells rained down, destroying escape routes. To avoid burdening their commander, the guards jumped off the cliff one after another. Huo Yuhao felt a tightness in his chest, and Duke Baihu's eyes were bloodshot. He shouted at the remaining 4 guards to stop them, but the Soul Saint guard urged him to escape, explaining the guard's sacrifice. Except for Dai Huabin and Zhu Lu, over 100 people vanished into the chasm. Dai Huabin and Zhu Lu were shocked by the soldiers' loyalty. Duke Baihu, his face contorted with grief and rage, opened the box containing the Sun Moon Divine Needles. A massive gold and silver sphere of light shot into the sky. Duke Baihu, a rank 9, focused his spiritual power and used the device to expand his vision, quickly locating more than 10 enemies, including 4 titled Donghua and several rank 9 soul engineers. The assassins, recognizing the Sun Moon Divine Needles, activated their defenses and retreated. Duke Baihu held back, knowing the weapon's deterrent effect was strongest, before firing. Huo Yuhao and Wang Donger jumped off the cliff, little snow maidens slowing their descent. They desperately tried to catch the falling soldiers, but some still crashed into the snow below. A voice then announced they had passed the deep dive adventure, offering them the choice to proceed to the next stage or exchange their victory for a full recovery, reviving those who had died. Huo Yuhao and Wang Donger chose full recovery, and a brilliant light enveloped the soldiers, resurrecting the fallen. The soldiers, knelt before them. The 4 figures vanished in a flash of golden light. Dai Huabin and Zhu Lu entered the final stage, the Truth or Dare adventure. Huo Yuhao and Wang Donger were transported to Mingdou, tasked with rescuing Bei Bei and Su Sanshi and returning to Shrek Academy. Huo Yuhao, unsure of their location, realized he could contact Wang Yanfeng. With a flash of light, he and Wang Donger disappeared. The episode ends with a preview of the next installment. Like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss out. Next episode, God King Tang San abuses Huo Yuhao, forcing Huo Yuhao and Wang Donger to fight to the death.